Hello everyone, Zephyr Storm here again, and in this video series I wanted to show you another way to play the game, another aspect of World of Warcraft. A lot of players will do, well, not a lot, but some players will try to do this in that sort of in-between time before the new expansion comes out. Once they get all of their characters up to level 100 and are ready for the next expansion, they have artifact weapons or whatever it is that we're going to need for Legion. They'll do this kind of thing. We're going to be playing on the Wymrest Accord role-playing server. We are actually joining the WoW Ironman guild on that server, on this server or this realm. Our character's name is Iron Zephyr. He's right now in a level 11 druid. The reason you guys are seeing him at level 11 is because to join the Ironman WoW challenge, and that's at wowchallenges.com, you can find different challenges that they have. You have to be level 10 because to be able to use the Blizzard database or to access the Blizzard database about your character, you have to be level 10 or above, in case you guys have never tried that. I'll also put a link down to that so you guys can see the character, how he's doing, what kind of equipment he has, that kind of thing. And you can also check out other people's characters if you want there. I'll put a link in that, a link down in the description below the video, down there, down where the video is. For this, I'll put a link for WoW challenges down in the video, and I will put a description about some of the things that the Ironman challenge basically requires. The most important thing here is that your character cannot die. This is basically a permadeath challenge. Once your character is dead, you basically fail the challenge, and you no longer can. Obviously, you can revive him, and you can keep playing your character however you want, but he's no longer part of the challenge. Now, this is not a timed challenge. There's no time limit. It must be done by January 1st or must be done by June 15th. You can basically do it anytime you want. And it's just another way to sort of give you that sort of extra feeling about, playing the game in a different aspect. So, some things about this challenge that are pretty interesting. You obviously cannot die or you fail the challenge. You cannot group up with anybody. You cannot join a guild. You cannot accept help from any character, any other characters, even your own characters. You cannot accept any kind of outside assistance at all. You cannot use any kind of leveling guides. You cannot use buffs, buff food. You can't get buffed by anyone. You can only use basically the stuff that your character, either the race abilities built into the particular race that you pick, or if you're doing a particular quest and it buffs you for that quest, that's fine too. The other important thing with doing the Ironman challenge is that you cannot wear any green or higher armor or use green or higher weapons throughout the game, and that's probably one of the hardest things to do, is that you need to use only gray or white items, and I'll show you that as soon as we log into the character. So you don't have access to the epic items, the rare items, any of the blues or greens. You can't use bind on account items. You can't use heirlooms. You can't use any of that stuff. You can join a guild if you want to join. If you come on Wymrest Accord and you want to give it a try, you can join the WoW Ironman guild. It's actually WoW Ironman, one word. If you type /who and then space WoW Ironman, it'll show you who's online. And so if I'm online, feel free to send me a tell, and we can invite you into the guild. Or anybody that's online can invite you into the guild. What else? So you can be in a guild, you just can't accept help. And that's the big thing with, if you join another guild, you can't access the bank. You can't take stuff out of their bank. You can't use any items that you could get You can't get gold from anybody. So remember all of those things. All those things will flag you. And I'll put a complete description, or I'll put the link to the WoW challenges in the description of the video below, so you can go and check out all the rules. And they basically have 3 different kinds of challenges. You have the WoW Ironman one, which is what I was just explaining. You basically accomplish everything with just gray or white items throughout the whole game. There's a Bloodthirsty challenge, which is all about killing. I mean, killing, obviously you do a lot of killing, but you can't go in dungeons and neither in the Iron Man challenge. You can't go in dungeons, you can't go in raids until you get into the upper level ones. But even still, if you go into those, you can excuse me. You still can only wear whites and grays, so probably not a good idea. Probably not a good idea to do Battlegrounds or do PvP. Hence why I'm trying this guy for the first time on a role-playing realm instead of a PvP realm, which our other characters are on. Because, you know, if we get ganked by somebody in PvP, guess what? A death is a death. And a death is a death. You have to remember that. If you fall off a cliff and die, your character's out of the challenge. If you aren't paying attention and a bear attacks you and kills you, you're out of the challenge. If you get flagged for PvP because you happen to be standing in the wrong area and you get killed, you're out of the challenge. If there's a glitch and you get killed, guess what? You're still out of the challenge. Sorry about that, man. My throat is really hurting today. What else? Oh, they also has a pacifist challenge, and that one, excuse me, man. In the pacifist challenge, you actually have to go through the whole game and get to level 100 without actually killing anything, and that should be a pretty interesting one too. We'll see how far we make it on this character. If we can make it all the way to level 100, that'll be pretty awesome. And if we do, maybe we'll try the pacifist challenge and completely do it the opposite way, without killing stuff instead of killing stuff. We're gonna let's log into this guy real quick, and I'll just show you some stuff. And you cannot use. Add-ons or whatever. Let me figure out how to turn this off. Game add-ons. Well, I'll figure out how to get that. To get rid of that when we're done. Alright, so character. You can see right now here in our character, we absolutely have nothing. He's a level 11 druid. Now here is like the chest. And you can see it's a thorn root vest. See how it's in white? There's also not a green or blue or purple square around it. See the feral bracers, it's in white. Canopy leggings in white. Grit root belt in white. And archery training gloves in white. You can use white and gray only, and here's our weapon, handcrafted staff. It's item level 1, so that's what's going to make it difficult as we go through the game. I don't have anything in my bags. Yeah, so that's all there is to it. Mounts, you can use whatever mounts that you would normally be able to get. So you can do that. You cannot use any heirloom mounts that allow you to use at like level 1. So you can't use a mount until you're level 20, because that's when you normally would get a mount. What else can I think of right now? Oh yeah, you cannot use any talents, and you cannot use any specializations. So I see I haven't picked a specialization here at all. And at level 15, when you get your first talent, you can't use any talents. So this is going to suck too, because you don't get any particular specialization. So no specialization, no talents. You can see I did join the guild, and it's WoW Ironman. They have 70 guild achievements. The roster basically is right here, who's online right now. So you can, like I said, join. You can join the guild. However, if we go inside the bank, and I'll show you real quick my bank. This guy
King's Honor,
has
friend.
absolutely nothing.
Go with honor,
So
friend.
we're not like basically cheating or doing any of that. And if you're like, oh, we can go and take stuff out of the guild bank, well, this particular guild, you do not have permission to view any guild bank tabs. So that kind of stops you. It keeps you from having temptation to steal anything that you're not supposed to be using in the Ironman challenge. So, whoops. That is all I have to say about this in the first video. I will also give you guys updates of this guy, Iron Zephyr on Wine Rest Accord. Spheros, which is our Gnome Warrior, which is on Kel'Thuzad, and our Rogue Dwarf, which is also on Kel'Thuzad. You may ask, well, why are you doing 3 different kinds of playlists or 3 different characters at one time? Or why can't you just stick with one character and level them up? Well, I could do that, but I wanted to give you guys, my fans, and anybody else that's interested, to see 3 different aspects of playing the game. One with this basically just a new guy starting out, which is our Rogue Dwarf with no outside assistance. You can join a guild anytime, you know, and maybe get some help from your guild mates. But we're going to try to do that guy to level 100 and without any outside assistance. Our other character, Spheros, our Gnome Warrior, will get all of the maximum assistance that he can and see how quickly you can progress up as that. And then this guy is the complete opposite of the Gnome Warrior by being in the Iron Man challenge and having to progress. You can't die, can't wear any decent armor or use any decent weapons that you would even normally get even from progressing through normal quests and stuff like our Rogue Warrior will get. Our Rogue Warrior already has green items on, and you can't use green items. You can only use green and white. So this guy will be probably the hardest, the biggest challenge on getting to level 100. The Dwarf Rogue will be pretty much your standard progression throughout the game, and then your Gnome Warrior will be the quickest progression. And we'll do playtime. I'll show you guys playtime on all of that. This guy, level 12, and in the first few levels is pretty easy. It shows I've played for 3 hours and 36 minutes. So it's not too hard to stay alive in the first few levels of any character. But as we start getting above level 20, it's going to get considerably harder throughout to stay alive. You got to watch what you're trying to kill, how far back you stay. Most of the people in the WoW Ironman guild say that the Night Elf Hunter is your easiest class to progress in the WoW challenge, because obviously you have a pet that can tank for you, you can stay back, and you also have Shadow Meld, which kind of like reduces the chance of enemies detecting your presence. So it's kind of like a rogue's stealth or whatever. And that's inherent ability of Night Elves. I'm going to play a Night Elf Druid. So you can see I have cat form already, bear form, and you know, he has just typical Druid spells. So I'm going to give him a try. A little bit harder than playing a Hunter, but a little bit easier than playing a lot of the other characters. So we're just going to try that and see how it works. So remember, if you guys are new to my channel, please subscribe. You get updates of when I place out new videos. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down too. And please make comments in the description or in the comment section below the video, so that I can hear what you guys think, what you want to see, anything, any questions you guys have, any questions. If you want to try out the Ironman challenge, please come over on Wymrest Accord and give it a try over here, because then I can maybe help you out, or just send me an email or a Twitter or anything you want. Ask a question in the video below, and I'll answer any of the questions you have about the challenge itself. So, this has been Zephyr Storm, and until next time, I will see you then.